Hello students, I hope you all are fit and fine and you all are doing very well in your studies. So in today's science class, we are going to start our chapter number 5, that is coal and petroleum. So let's start our today's chapter, that is coal and petroleum. So today we will discuss about the introduction of this chapter. So let's begin our chapter.
So let's start our today's class. Today we are going to start chapter number 5, that is coal and petroleum. So students, you know that we use various things or materials such as food, clothes, fuels, water and vehicles to fulfill our basic needs. Air, water, fuels, etc. are found in nature. Food, clothes, furniture, etc. have been made by human efforts. The material which are present in nature and are useful to us to meet our basic needs are called natural resources. Air, water, soil, coal, petroleum, minerals, plants and animals are natural resources. So today we are going to talk about introduction of the chapter coal and petroleum. So let's proceed. So now students, question is that what is a resource? Very simple answer we have. Anything that has use is a resource like air, water, soil, food, clothes, furniture. So all these things are resource. So students, in our everyday life, we use a large number of materials for our basic needs. Some of these materials are found in nature, whereas others are man-made. Air, water, soil, sunlight, coal, petroleum, natural gas and minerals are obtained from nature, so they are called natural resources. On the other hand, plastic, synthetic fiber, paints, drugs, explosives, etc. are all man-made materials. So it is clear to you that there are two kinds, the one that are naturally available and the one that are man-made. So two kind of resources we have. One is natural resource and another is man-made resource. So let's see the example of naturally available resources. So naturally available resources are like sunlight, water, air, etc. Man-made resources are the ones created by man like electricity, building cars, roads, etc. So now students, I hope it is clear to you that anything in the environment which can be used is called a resource. All the natural resources can be classified into two main groups. It means that depending upon the abundance and availability of various natural resources, they can be broadly classified into two main groups. First, we have inexhaustible natural resources and second we have exhaustible natural resources. So it means that two type of natural resources we have, which we have to read in this chapter. So first we will talk about inexhaustible natural resources. The term inexhaustible means something which cannot be used up completely. So listen carefully. So inexhaustible means something which cannot be used up completely. Those natural resources which are present in unlimited quantity in nature and are not likely to be exhausted by human activities are called inexhaustible natural resources. The example of inexhaustible natural resources are sunlight, air and water. There is a never-ending supply of inexhaustible resources in nature. The exhaustible resources can be used again and again. They last forever. It means that They never come to an end, they continue endlessly. So I hope inexhaustible natural resources is clear to you. Inexhaustible natural resources is also known as renewable resources. So, renewable resources are those that are present in unlimited quantity in nature. So, both are same. Inexhaustible natural resources and renewable resources meaning is same. So, inexhaustible natural resources are also known as renewable resources. So, I hope meaning is clear to you. So, let's see the example of inexhaustible natural resources. So, examples air, sunlight. So, students, let's talk about second type of natural resources. So, what is second type of natural resources? That is exhaustible natural resources. The term exhaustible means something which can be used up completely. So, listen carefully. So, what is the meaning of exhaustible? So, the term exhaustible means something which can be used up completely so that nothing is left behind. Those resources which are present in a limited quantity in nature and can be exhausted by human activities are called exhaustible natural resources. The examples of exhaustible natural resources are coal, petroleum, natural gas, minerals, forests, and wildlife, etc. The exhaustible natural resources does not last forever. तो मतलब ये कि ये हमेशा के लिए नहीं रह सकता है. So I hope meaning is clear to you. Now students, the exhaustible natural resources is also known as non-renewable resources. So, non-renewable resources are those that are limited in nature and will not replace themselves. So, I hope the meaning of exhaustible natural resources is clear to you. So, students, in this chapter, we will study some exhaustible sources of energy like coal, petroleum, and natural gas. Coal, petroleum, and natural gas are also called non-renewable sources of energy. This is because when all the coal, petroleum, and natural gas present under the earth will get used up or exhausted, no more supply of these fuels will be available in the near future. Okay, students, before we go further, we should know the meaning of the term fossil. But before that, you just give me answer what is fuel. You keep coming across the word fuel. It is something that provides. So now students, we should know the meaning of the term fossil. So it is a time to talk about the term fossil. So what is fossil fuel? It is an energy source that comes from fossils. And what is fossils? Fossils are remains of plants and animals that were once alive. So it means that fossils are the remains of the prehistoric plants or animals buried under the earth millions of years ago. So I hope the meaning of fossil is clear to you. So students, let's try to understand what is fossil fuels. The natural fuels formed by the remains of living organisms buried under the earth long ago are called fossil fuels. Coal, petroleum, and natural gas are called fossil fuels. Coal, petroleum, and natural gas are called fossil fuels because they were formed by the decomposition of the remains of prehistoric plants and animals buried under the earth long ago. Fossil fuels are exhaustible natural resources because once all the fossil fuels are used up, they will be gone forever. So now students, question is that how fossil fuels were formed? Fossil fuels were formed from the dead remains of living organisms like plants and animals buried under the earth millions of years ago. This happened as follows. The plants and animals which died millions of years ago were gradually buried deep in the earth and got covered with sediments like mud and sands away from the reach of air. In the absence of air, the chemical effects of heat, pressure, and bacteria converted the buried remains of plants and animals into fossil fuels like coal, petroleum, and natural gas. Now, students, do you know that these living things are from much before the time of the dinosaurs? There were just tiny plants and animals living in the oceans at that time. When they died, they would just settle on the ocean floor. Soil, rocks, and mud would settle on them and go on piling up. As these layers grew thicker, so did the pressure on their bodies. So, students, now I hope that how fossil fuels were formed is clear to you. So, students, your homework is that you have to read this chapter again and again, and you have to make the notes of those topics which I already taught you in this video. So, dear students, that's all for today's class. But go through the chapter and read all the topics which I taught you in this video. The main thing is that please keep on smiling on your face, use mask and sanitizer, stay home, stay healthy. Thanks for watching this video.